Thanks to the data mining at Raikou Discord, we now know what strength we're starting with week 2 of the Raikou event. So it seems like our speculation was only partially right. We are not starting the new week with the same strength Snorlax as we ended the first week with. We are simply getting a flat rate of Ultra 4 to begin week 2 with. So if you've been holding on to your helper whistles or good camp ticket, it's not too late to use it for week 2, especially since you get a boost to start the week. But you don't have to use them at week 1 because we aren't starting week 2 with the same Snorlax, so it's not a continuation of the same Snorlax. But I think it's still a really nice boost to start week 2 because then it gives new players a better chance at making a higher rank. Because in order to encounter Raikou as a wild spawn, you need a minimum of Master 9. And we now have a more accurate estimate of what drowsy power you actually need to encounter Raikou. In one of my earlier videos, the drowsy power requirement was far too low. It was wrong because there was an update that messed with the data. So I threw around the data in Rainou's calculator as well, but now we have a much better estimate. It is 40 million minimum for you to first encounter a Raikou as a wild spawn. And that pretty much translates to about Master 8 or Master 9, where you get about 420,000 Snorlax strength if you get 100 sleep score, because that will make it 40 million drowsy power over at Greengrass Isle. And we have estimates for Master 13 and Master 19 for the 2-star and 3-star styles as well, and their drowsy power requirements at 115 million and 244 million-ish. Now, I have yet not seen anybody with 2 Raikou spawns in the same session, so if anyone knows anybody, any post, Twitter post, Reddit post, whatever, that has seen 2 Raikous in the same session, let me know. I'm starting to suspect that there may be a cap of 1 Raikou spawn per session, or maybe it's just so rare that having 2 spawns is almost impossible. And now onto the question you've all probably been wondering is, can we transfer Raikou to Neroli? So I do have 2 Raikous now, so I'm happy to transfer 1. First thing we're going to test is whether we can long press a rare Pokemon like Raikou. Long press usually means you're going to bulk transfer. So we can't do that to Raikou, and as it turns out, we can no longer do that to shiny Pokemon, which I had always hoped to be the case, and I guess the developers just secretly implemented this feature. Because if you remember Nausea, back in this video, I did actually manage to transfer Nausea without warning, and I was able to bulk transfer shiny Pokemon as well. As you can see here, my shiny Croagunk and shiny Wynaut were able to be bulk transferred without any warning. So Raikou cannot be bulk transferred, shiny Pokemon cannot be bulk transferred, but can we just transfer a Raikou? And this is the first Raikou that they gave us. Everybody has the same stats for a Raikou. I'm going to transfer this one because I don't have any use for it. And it's called Send to Professor. The reason why we use the term transfer is the old terminology from Pokemon Go. And yes, it's possible, and you get 25 Raikou candies from transferring it. So let me know in the comments section below how you guys plan to use this new piece of information to boost your second week. Would it have been better that you saved your helper whistles for the second week as opposed to the first week? I still don't think so, because then you won't be able to gauge how well you're doing in the event by the end of the first week to see how hard you need to go for the second week. If you had saved all your resources to get the second week boost to be even higher, the problem would be by the end of the second week, you might just have leftover Raikou mains or an awkward number left that you don't know what to do with. But thankfully, week 2's Biscuit and Raikou Incense is a little bit cheaper to exchange compared to first week. And don't forget that now you can support the channel by clicking the join button. And occasionally you get to see some videos while I'm editing them, so you get the information a little earlier than everyone else.